Hi, Multiplier here, and today we are going to talk about something called a gross rent multiplier. Gross rent multiplier. If you're looking at investment properties, be it residential, commercial, retail, office space, any sort of investment in real estate where you're the landlord, your gross rent multiplier is one of those indicators that will give you an idea as to your value that you're getting from your investment. And let me explain it to you. Let's start with the first number that you need. You need the gross rent. So these are all of the rents before you deduct any expenses, and then you need to annualize it. All right. So if you're getting $10,000 a month from a rental property, the annual gross rent would be $120,000. All right. So the first number we need is gross rents on an annualized basis. Second number we need is the price that you're going to be paying for the property. So if a property is listed for 1.2 million and you want to know what the gross rent multiplier is before you make your offer, then what you do is you use the 1.2 million. All right. So here's the numbers you need to use and how you use them to come up with a gross rent multiplier. So let's use the price of $1.2 million and let's divide that by our gross rent. Okay? If you get out your calculator and you say 1.2 million divided by 120,000, that will give you a gross rent multiplier of 10. And so that's the factor we want to use to compare investments. All right? And this is how you would compare the investments. So we are, in our example, our $1.2 million property with $120,000 a year in revenue is 10 times the gross rent. Let's say you're looking at another investment that's $900,000, but they have gross rents of $100,000 per year. At first blush, you would think the $120,000 a year would be better. But when you divide $900,000 by $100,000, that will give you a factor of 9 times the gross rent. The lower the gross rent multiplier is, the better the price is to you. So a 9 gross rent multiplier is better for the buyer than a 10 gross rent multiplier. Likewise, the higher it is, the more you're getting hosed, technical term. Let's say we took that same $120,000, but the price was 2.4 million. That would be a 20 times the gross rent of the building. 20 times is a very high gross rent multiplier. And for what it's worth, it's rare in Honolulu, because of our incomes on rental properties are so low, for a gross rent multiplier to be relevant. But I'm sharing it with you because if you're an investor or thinking about investing not only in Honolulu, but throughout the United States or other parts of the US, then it may be a factor you need to know. To summarize, gross rent multiplier is the sales price of a property divided by the annual rents before expenses. And that will give you a factor that gives you a rule of thumb on what you're actually paying for a property. I hope this wasn't too complicated. If you have any questions, reach out to me in the myriad of ways that you can chat with me, and I'd love to walk you through any specific questions that you have on your real estate, your investing, or anything else you think I might be able to help with. In the meantime, you have a great day.